Hello and welcome back to the second not a tutorial video. Again, this is not a tutorial because I'm not really sure what I'll be doing. And when I do something, I don't really know how or why I'm doing it. I'll just be doing it and telling you what I'm doing. So it's not a tutorial. I do have an idea of what I'll be doing because I've done it a few times before. It's actually one of the first type of painting that I got hooked on because it was very easy, quick, low commitment, as in I could start and finish whenever I wanted. It's really fun. It's almost impossible to make it the same twice. What I will be using today is different than what I'm using usually because all of my painting equipment is in my car, and my car is not with me. So that causes a little bit of a problem for me. So I called up a friend and said, hey, can I come and borrow your stuff? And luckily said yes. We're good friends. I'm using his watercolor paper. This one, I've never used it before. And it's only recently that I'm learning the difference between types of paper. If you've ever been to the art store and ask someone to help you pick paper, you'll quickly realize how overwhelming it is when you have no clue and you just want paper. The difference between cold press and hot press. Hot press is very smooth, smoother paper, and cold press is a little rougher. And I learned the hard way that there is actually a side to watercolor paper, even if it looks the same. So there is a right side and a wrong side, and the only way I know is to go back to my watercolor pad, open it up, and compare. Was it this side or that side? It was this side. To cut it up, you can use scissors. I don't recommend it. I started up with a $4 paper slicer from Dollar Store. It works wonderfully until it stops working wonderfully, which actually took a long time. And the only reason that it stopped working is just because the blade got dull and started like ripping the edge instead of cutting it. My regular paint is also not with me, so I found a box that I bought, rarely used because I was scared of using tubes. I was scared because I always saw people like putting a lot and then having a lot of leftovers, and I was scared of wasting the paint. With the experience, I'm talking as if I have so much experience, but over the past 4 years, I realized that if I'm doing smaller painting, just a little bit, I prefer the pans. And when I'm doing bigger things or I know I'll need one color a lot, I prefer the tubes because I can prepare more. Actually, the first time I got the tubes, I just used them to fill up the pans because you can do that. You can just use your little pans and fill them up, wait to dry, fill them back up, wait to dry, and then you have a full pan. It's more convenient if you're traveling and all that. We'll be making abstract flowers. So I'll be using these colors. I don't have my palette, so I'll be using my kids' kitchenette teacup. And just put my paint in here. Full disclosure, I don't usually drink coffee, and today I had two, so now I'm shaking a little bit. Let's add a level of difficulty. Don't let the quality of your equipment stop you from painting. If you want to paint, just do it. You can even use, here, I even debated using this for this painting. Whatever will spread the color around is something. I'm not saying everything will be as great as the exact tool you need. Obviously, there's the right tool for the right job, but when you don't have those tools, because they're in your car and your car is away, then you use other tools. and you do what you can with what you have. When you go get paper, I recommend that you get whatever you can afford. Better will be more fun to use or more pleasant to use. And don't be afraid to actually use the good stuff. Use the good stuff. Don't let it be like your fancy china that you never use because it's too fancy. No, just use it up. And if you don't have any more left, then you just buy more. And the opposite is true. If you only have really low quality, use it up too. You'll learn a bunch of stuff as you paint. Don't let it stop you, and you'll appreciate it even more after. I started off with dollar store paint. It was a little kit that my kids got from a birthday party. It was not very pleasant to use, but I did manage to make decent things with it. The only exception would be the plastic paintbrush that comes with those cheap kits. I don't think that should be used by anyone, not even little kids, because they're horrible. They're just horrible to use. It's not even worth it. Just use your fingers instead of using that crappy little brush. I was going to tape this on the table so that it would stay at the right place, but I really like to move things around and see them from different angles, so too bad for you. I will tape it on the back of my paper pad. Once I'm done the pad, I love to keep the cardboard because it's really rigid and it's just big enough to handle, but not too big. Okay, let's get to the point. Taping. I use green tape, and I think I might have just enough on this one. I have to stop shaking. Okay. So pivot. Oh, I won't have enough. I won't be taping today. Oh well. I don't need this either. Woohoo! Painting. I don't really know what it will look like, and it's abstract, so we just go with the flow. But I can kind of not make it too hard on myself. I know that if I look at a bunch of flowers, chances are greenery and leaves and stuff will be more towards the bottom than the top. I know that I might want bigger flowers, smaller flowers, so I'll make blobs of different colors, of different shapes. And whatever I make now, I might completely change my mind and change it up as I go. So you're not committed to anything. You're just committed to putting colors on this paper. That's it. That's it. And you can leave blank spaces as well. Not too much, but some. Okay, let's get started. I didn't forget my water this time. It's here. Let's get started. I don't have my spush bottle. Surprise, surprise. I'll just start by, ooh, this one is wiggly and it's gonna annoy me the whole time. Just for now, I'm gonna just get the paper wet. I'm not gonna get it all over the place wet because I'm gonna leave an imaginary frame around it, but I'm gonna put loads of water on the rest. Okay, that's why I don't drink coffee usually. Okay. Now I'm just gonna let that sit a bit. Oh yeah. Another reason why I would usually tape it down. It's because it does this. I'm still gonna tape it down. It's not too late. Just with a little bit. Get the part I can use. Tape it here on the dry part. And down here, I prefer to use the straight edge of the part I ripped. I don't usually put the ripped part on the paper, but that's all I have right now, so that's what I'll be using. And the reason I don't do that, or I usually use sticky side down. The reason I only use the straight edge of the tape, normally is obviously to make a straight edge. But today it doesn't matter. It's still curved because I got it wet before putting the tape on. Usually you put the tape on flat and then you put the water. Paint. Oh, what's that? Huh. Oh, I really don't need a lot of paint, so I'll just put a tiny little amount. I always get those backward. Which way are you supposed to go? There. What? No, this way. It's like a USB key. A little bit of blue. I guess I wasn't careful last time. And all these little flakes are actually good. You just add water and you can use it again. I'll just start over with this. I don't want any blue blobs. Blue blobs. It's here like that. And blob some color. You can even dab. Oh, I love the dab. Boop, boop. And those will spread and become lighter in color and more. Now I'll add a little more blue. So you can either dab or sprinkle and just let it do its magic. Now let's go for some yellow. The lemon yellow. Yeah, not a fan of that yellow with those colors. Rinse. Oh yeah, I didn't want to blob because I wanted to control the paint and not have it all over the frame. So they'll be kind of... I don't like this paintbrush! Like, I'm imagining kind of grassy splotch. I like this here. I'm gonna try to make more of those. Where shall I put the other big flower? Here. Now some of you might say, what are you doing? You're contaminating the paint. Probably. I don't really know what I'm doing, but why not? It seems like an obvious answer when you only want a little bit. There. I think it needs deeper green. Let's see what else I have. I don't feel like mixing colors right now, so I'll just use what I have. This one. Since I only want a little bit, I might do the same horrible thing and just mix from here. I'm making sure my paintbrush is clean, at least. This one might be too... Ugh. I'll mix it here. I'm not sure I like it. We'll see. Yeah. This is making such a mess. I didn't run out of battery this time, but I did run out of storage on my phone. I painted a little bit without you, but I didn't do much. Really what I did, I just added more pink, I blop, 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 and added I did the same for the blue. Blub, blub, blub. I couldn't wait for you because I had to do it while it was still wet. But hey, you don't have to wait for it to dry with me. Ta-da! It had time to dry. So we're done with painting now. I can put this away. I can put that away and take the tape off. I will keep it just in case I need it for later. It's still good. We're ready for the next step, which is the part you have to use your imagination. There's pretty much no skills involved, just your imagination. And imagination is often inspired by other people's ideas. So I did look up a bunch of different examples of loosely drawn flowers, ink and wash techniques, see what other people did and how they did it, so I could find what I liked, what kind of matched with things, with the way I like to draw or paint, or just getting different ideas. Not copying, it's really getting informed, doing research, and then making it your own. Okay, I'm back with my pen, my trusted Sharpie. Okay, let's get started. This is the scariest part. To start. Because it's always scary to start. So I try to kind of squint my eyes and see if there's anything that calls out to me. The first thing I see is here. I see a opened up flower that's kind of looking down a little bit. And this would be the inside of the flower, and like petals at the back and then petals from the front here. So I'll start with that, because if I wait to have it all figured out to start, that will never happen. So I will start. Scary part. Okay. Oh, I hope it works. Yes, okay. Oh no. Okay, it works. So again, you can use anything you want at this point. It could be a ball pen, it could be any color you want. I like Sharpies because that's what I had when I first started. So I encourage you to use whatever you have. Don't go and buy stuff just for this. Do this, and if you really like it, then you can choose to go buy other stuff if you want. Okay, I've started. Whew! That might be better. I don't really like this flower yet, but as we go about, we'll be adding stuff. And I took out my computer and looked up different examples of the style, because I have a really hard time doing anything that I can't see. And although this is abstract, I do want to represent flowers. So I looked it up. And that also gave me ideas and helped me find more things in here. I just noticed a flower here. Can you see it? Maybe not yet. Can you start to see it? Oops. What else? Okay, there was a white one here. This part is important not to think too much. Just do. I see this, there'll be a bubble here. So I want to make flowers, but I want to make sure I'm not going over something that I would have used differently for a different flower. So I'll try to block in the biggest flowers first and then see what's left. I want to do something with this. I know there'll be kind of a blue flower here and pinkish flowers in front of it because of the sharp edge here. I know I should have a flower in front here and something else behind. But what? Let me do a little bit more research. I'm ready. Of course I'm not. I can't do it. And now I feel rushed to do it. Usually I would, you know, do it over a span of a day and do like a flower here and then go do other things and then come back and be like, oh, there's one there, and draw it and leave it. And then come back and like flowers would just appear and then I would draw them. I'm hoping you're like, there's one right there, just do that one. And I have no clue what you're talking about, but I'm sure you see it. And good for you. Ah! Come on. Can you see when I do this? Yeah, okay. Come on, Sharpie. Now I know why I didn't use this Sharpie last time. Because I picked the other one that worked. And that's the one that's in my craft stuff. Because why would I put a Sharpie that doesn't work back in my craft stuff? Okay, so there's a tiny little flower there. Let's make another one here. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Oh well. Still not doing that blue flower or the other, or none of the other ones actually. Going for it. Now, if I could go back to the beginning, I wouldn't have made so many little dots and little sections. I should have made just some colors here and there. And then made flowers out of that. Now I have too many different colored splotches, which implies that there are lots of little flowers. And lots of little flowers is a lot more trouble than bigger flowers. See, there's always something to learn. So now you know, you start with less blobs. just some blobs. I think I might see an iris in here. I have to go back and see what an iris flower actually looks like. More research! See here they made an iris or flowers out of pretty much nothing. They had some yellow blotches and drew petals around it. Just poof, flowers. Okay, I think I found an example that could help me out here. It looks like a turnip, a blue turnip. I find I make my life easier if I really go past the colors of flower. Just go, even here I went too close. I could have gone even bigger, make the edges wherever I want them to be. Because all of this really is just a suggestion of flowers. Right away, it's gonna come out of the frame. Yep, I like it. Could even turn it around and see, okay, what else do I see? Another great thing are scribbles. I love scribbles. Scribbles just take up space. Like here, I think there won't be any flowers here. There's just a sky. And dots. There. I do a lot of those at the end to use up the space in between the flowers. I don't really need them to be all packed together like that. And once I'm done, I will come back and kind of shade in around certain flowers to make some more obvious than others and add some depth. But since I'm not sure how it will be all together, I don't want to commit to that right away. Yeah, there's way too much going on here. So I think I'll just concentrate on doing some other flowers. Yeah, just a little bit at a time. There's grass here. I've decided there's grass. And the leaf. And a big leaf here. It's like real bouquets of flowers. Leaves are there to make it look full. I really like loose ink, just lines that makes you believe there's something. That'll be cute little flowers here. Maybe one should go up here. Ugh, no, that was a mistake. I keep going anyway. Often our eyes are looking for flowers in the colored spots, but try to find flowers in the empty spots, white flowers. Kind of like here. I don't have much white left. I should have said that before. Or it could be a flower that didn't bloom yet. Haha. I would love to see what you painted. Oh yes, please send me a picture. Share a picture of your work in the comments. That would make me very happy. Prickly flower here. You can add a butterfly as well. A butterfly. Butterfly. It's very colorful, but there's way too many flowers in here. No, that's why it's not a tutorial. I don't know what this is, but it's taking up the room, the space. Yep, so it's kind of a race against the time. See, will I finish it first or get bored first? I go through moments where I just really hate it and be like, why am I should just throw it away. No, Even if you think your drawing or painting or whatever you're making, you think it's ruined or ugly or whatever, just finish it anyway. What's the worst that could happen? You can just keep learning and making mistakes on that piece of paper. Might as well do as many as possible and see, okay, well, I like that. I did not like that. I should not have done that. I will not do this next time. Or I will do it, but differently. And who knows, maybe in the end, it will look better than you think. But I really want to finish this and I'm getting bored. I just need to finish this here. It's like any projects I do. It's the first 85% is fun and then the last 15% is like, yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. Let's move on to the next shiny object. Oh, and mistakes I made the other times. I do too much scribble at the bottom where I usually sign, so I'll make you know what, I'll just sign it right now so I can't screw it up. Who says you have to sign it at the end? I'll sign it anyway. What's this one called? Not a tutorial. Loose flowers. Okay. See, it already looks more finished because there's something there. Otherwise, I might have put too much stuff, and then at that, it'll look too busy. Ha ha ha, smart, smart, smart. And if I had the tape around, I probably would have left a bigger gap here. Or probably not, but now that I think of it, next time I would leave a bigger gap around. More white around, and that allows me to go out of a frame and still have a frame. What do I do? What do I do? At this point, it's like finding stuff in the clouds. By the time you think you've seen something, it's gone. I hope you're not just shouting at your screen saying, it's right there! All I see is a strawberry here. Might as well make a strawberry. Or a mushroom! There. Unless I make another little one next to it. Oh no. That doesn't look like a mushroom. I'm sorry. Haha! I've never made something like this fast. Okay, so now I can just darken some areas. Actually, I would have used my white pen. But I don't have it. Okay, sometimes it helps to take a step back. Close your eyes, blur them a little bit. You don't see obvious flowers anymore, that's where you need to darken or to put in evidence. Attends l'évidence. Okay, this. Oh yeah, I wanted to work on the leaf. You know what? I think I'm done. I say that many times before I'm actually done, and every time I really believe it. But it's so busy that I don't think I need to add anything else. So you decide when it's done. Maybe you disagree with me. That's fine. Yeah, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed or will benefit from all the mistakes or the things I would have done differently. Such as putting not less color, but less different spots of colors. I should have kept it more simple. I rushed through it for your sake. I hope you will take your time and do it in many different sittings and just do it as you get inspired. I would have left a bigger contour around to give me more wiggle room to get out of the frame of color and into the white and still have a white space around. I would have not left all my crafting stuff in my car and let my husband leave with the car. And what else did I learn? Oh, today I did not forget to leave room for the title and the signature. I did it ahead of time. There's no rules for that. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this second Not a Tutorial. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe while you're at it. And share and paint a lot. And, oh, please, please, please put your finished product in the comments. I would love to see it. Until next time, bye-bye.